Welcome back to Makeup Inspired by Musicals. I hope that you all have done something creative today, and if not, I hope that you can do it while watching this video. Today we're going to do makeup inspired by Maybe Happy Ending. This is not the playbill art for it, but I'm going to do it based off this promo poster photo that they use. This has kind of just turned into me doing musicals that I want to go and see. So if I see any, I'll let you know. But this is another musical that I really want to see that's on Broadway right now. And it's about like AI, robots, life, love, the pursuit of happiness. I don't really know. I heard a much better explanation on it, but I can't remember it enough to explain it to you all right now. But I've heard it's really good. The clips I've seen from it are good. I want to go see it. I'll go through our routine again. Primer. Forget about the headband. So now, setting powder. Very, very light, especially because my skin is so dry. This weather is really not being kind to my sinuses or to my skin. Eyebrows. Good enough. Fast today. So now that that's done, we can begin. I'm gonna start off with this beautiful one. And I'm gonna start with this brush, this really thick one, to kind of lay down this base. Like if you can see in this cover, there's like this ombre blue purple vibe going on back there with some designs on top. So we're gonna start with that ombre blue purple vibe. It's actually going to look very similar to the one that I did for the notebook, which I know I didn't post on here, but if you follow my TikTok, rest in peace, from when I still had TikTok, you would see it there. Start off with this super light purple and really watered it down. Not in the palette because I don't want to mix up the two colors, but once I get it on my brush, I dip it back in the water so it's super watered down and kind of just like dab it around. Just a very light way. And then I'm gonna do both eyes today because I don't have to draw a whole lantern like last week. And I'm gonna kind of try and do like, it's not mirrored, but it's the same, if that makes sense. Purple. Just a light dusting of purple. Now I'm gonna go in with this tealish green, the lighter one, or tealish blue, I guess. Again, pretty watered down. See how it's so watered down, it's like running. I kind of like it that way. And I'm gonna kind of bring it up into my eyebrow a little bit. Same thing on the other side. Just backwards, I guess. I like when it runs because it kind of does my blending for me. Now I'm going to take this really dark blue, this guy here, on the outside of this one, and the inside of this one. And this one comes on a lot stronger because it's a darker color. So what I do with that is I put it on and then I dip my brush back in the water, get it really watered down, and then you can kind of start blending it in. See how that kind of softens up the edges? And sometimes you put too much water and it erases it like that. So then you have to go back in. Just realized I've done this whole video with something in my tooth. Hopefully that was not visible for the first part because I don't want to refilm. All right. The base ombre is done. Now I'm taking this brush, which is not my thinnest brush. It's a little thicker. And I'm going to go in with the same colors, but a lot less water now. And just kind of like intensify certain areas. Bring it into my eyebrow a little bit there. Now the purple I'm using here is a little bit more lilac or lavender, I guess, than the purple there. That purple there's a little more pinkish purple. So I'm gonna go in with this color and then blend that out with some water. Now we have a good base going. Now, I'm gonna take my thinnest brush, and there's these grid-like patterns, and then they have little dots. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna go in with the grids first. And that's like a super dark blue. So I'm gonna take this one here, and I'm gonna make sure that not too much water is on my brush so that the color can be super saturated, really mixing in the water to the palette before I go anywhere with it. Now this blue might be a little too light, but we'll find that out once I put it on my eye. And if it is, it's okay, because we can go over it with a darker blue. See that line versus that line? That's what happens when you put too much water in it. It doesn't show up as dark. Vertical lines so far. I'm gonna do the horizontal ones now. This side's a little more even than this side, but we're gonna do some other things, so it'll be okay. Now I'm gonna go and start doing the dots. And the dots are kind of in like a yellowish, glowy kind of situation. So I'm going in with this palette, and I'm gonna do this yellow. It's the same one we used last week in the lantern. And when you're doing dots, I feel like with this stuff, you kind of have to really, really, really saturate the color. So that's like less water and more mixing in the palette. Because otherwise it's not going to come out as a dot. It's going to be ugly. All right, first side. I'm really excited with how this is coming out. Try not to express too much because I've put some on my eyelid part and I don't want to crease it. There's the second side. Oh, I'm so excited about this. All right, this is what we're looking like so far. Okay, I'm gonna try something and we're gonna see if I like it or not. If I don't, I can always wipe it off with a Q-tip. I kind of want to replicate, see how they have like this glowing writing here? That's kind of like the one element I haven't added into this look so far. So for this glowing, I'm gonna take my thicker of the two thin brushes and I'm gonna take, which yellow do I want to use? I'm gonna take this yellow here. There, so just a very faint circle, because then what I'm gonna do next is get this yellow that we use for those dots, put it in the middle. Then I'm gonna take some white and really saturate the color, put it right in the middle. So it's kind of glowing. Look like a clown? A little bit. Now mascara time. Just a little mascara. Here is our finished product. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you go do something creative today if you haven't already. I love you. Goodbye.